Oh, 5960 signal, foot scrape. And we got that. So there we go. A clock escapement. Oops. No cogs, Marcus. But there we go. Looks like a Y, doesn't it? Yay! Anyway, I'll keep moving on. G'day folks, I'm the Coffee Bush Kid. Oh, today on this fun-packed adventure, I've been told of a spot by my friends Helen and Rob. Thank you very much. I did come out here. It is a dump site. As we can see behind, we've got rogue cactus, which of course aren't native to Australia. We've got wire, corrugated iron. We've got, there's glass, most of it being screw top. So I would probably put the site as 60s, maybe even into early 70s. It doesn't take a big piece of ground to hide a pre-decimal coin, and I reckon we may well find ourselves some. We'll also be dump larking as well. But there's been a little bit of an upheaval in our lives at the moment, so I've got a little bit of housekeeping to do, so we'll clean all that up first. So get yourselves ready. We're going to have a little bit of a sit down and a chat. Little bit of history and then the big news. So, as a lot of you may well know, I work for an Australian business, little family-run enterprise called Miners Den Australia. We've got a store in Melbourne and the store in Bendigo where I work. We used to sell Minelab metal detectors, but in the last few weeks, Minelab decided not to renew our dealership, as they have done with quite a few companies here in Australia. So that left us, being a sole Minelab seller, in a bit of a quandary. Do we shut down, putting 9 people out of work, or do we do something else? Well, fortunately, Dave and the guys did a bit of fancy footwork, bit of pivoting, pirouetting. Oh geez, I don't want to think of Dave in a tutu. Anyway, long and the short of it is that we now have 2 new dealerships that we are working with. So we now supply Nokta metal detectors and accessories. So that's going to be interesting for us. And we also are now Algo Force dealers. Now, for those of you who don't know, well, actually we'll go back a step. Nokta, a company from Turkey. They produce a great range of detectors and a lot of them are very, very good. They've got great reviews. They've been around for quite a while and they're forging on into the future. We also have the Algo Force. Now, for those overseas who may not know what an Algo Force is, it is an Australian owned and made gold detector. It is PI, pulse induction technology, but it actually has a target ID screen as well. So, what does this mean for me? It means that I have at least 6, well currently 6 metal detectors that I have to get my head around, because eventually I'll probably be training people in them. So that means that you folk will all be out with me while I learn the machines. Now, I'm not going to go over them and go, oh, we do this, we do. It's just going to be detecting. I might make a couple of comments here and there, but at the initial stages, it's just detecting. It doesn't matter what detector you're swinging. Like, I watch many people that swing Deuses, Legends, whether they be Minelab machines, whether they be whatever else machines. At the end of the day, we all want to see what's under the coil. So speaking of which, enough yabber from me. Let's get out there and find something under the coil. Well, I've started off on this pile, just slowly mooching around. Now, what am I using today? That's what you're going to ask. So I'm using the Legend. This is the top of the range coin and relic machine. It too has a gold mode. It comes with 2 coils, a 12-inch and a 6-inch coil. You know which one I'm going to use. Anyway, in amongst all this burnt rubbish and, you know, look at how hot the fire's been. I reckon that might have been a stopper at one point. G'day, Crouch. Yeah, so there's been fire, and I got this. And that's a probably a 303 round casing. Now, whether that was live when it went in for all that bloody explosion-y look at the end of it, who knows? But it gave a 3940 signal. Anyway, we dug it. Not the best of signals, or best of targets, but we will keep going. There's got to be a coin in here somewhere for us. Well, in that little bit of scrape, I got it was a 43-45 signal. Now, I don't know much about the target ID. I do know, though, that a post 46 threepence rings up at a 33, and a pre-46 threepence rings up at about 44. They're the 2 things I've looked at, and with that I have immediately made a trash discrimination program for it, as one would want to do in stuff like this. But I found that. What that is, yep, your guess is as good as mine. It's a little oval disc, almost looks like a Ford one. 2 holes there, so I take it was some sort of little plug. There's a little spiggity bit there, but yeah, don't know what it is. I've cleaned it up, and that's as good as it got. That's been through a fire and stuff's melted to it, and yeah, we might try and find a little bit better place than this, but just in the interim, no, it's all a learning process for me and for you at home. But yeah, that's what we found, non-ferrous, and we'll keep going. Well, as an eyes only find, we have this. It's an old insulator made in Japan. I would say that was post World War II. Yeah, it's a cool find. Shame it's bloody broken, but yeah, cool to have that written on it. So, funnily enough, this is the mound that I had the camera on when I did the intro, and I've got this signal. There it is. Now, I'll just point this thing out. That's a ferrous thing. So ferrous this side, non-ferrous that side. That's showing pretty non-ferrous and consistent in numbers. Interesting little feature on this. Anyway, we need to see what's in the ground. Ugh. Is that going to be a coin? Is it going to be our first coin on film? Who knows? But I can tell you one thing, we will know soon. Still in there. Is it a big target deep down? I don't know. Is it a bit of deep steel? No, it's not. No. It's an old can. Can't even tell you what it is. Well, no, I can tell you what it is. It's an old one. So that still had the pull ring and the beaver tail. So that'll put that back into the 70s at least. Yeah. And fancy aluminium cans were coming out. Anyway, we'll keep going. I just wanted to show you something. Nails, staples. Gotta love a good discrimination setup. It'll give a bit of a peep every now and then when you do run over something, but you know, I'm in tin cans. Just mooching around quietly. If something's good there, it's going to let me know. But yeah, Who goes into bloody tin cans, hey? Oh, I do. Back in the 70s, when I went to primary school, nearly every kid had a state bank account. This is an old money box. So, for all you young folk watching, we used to have money boxes and we'd put our 1 and 2 cent pieces. There would have been a slot in there, and of course it's rusted away over the time. The only way to get into this was to actually open it. So you'd fill it all with your coin, and then you'd take it in. One of your parents would take you into the bank and they'd open this up with a can opener and get all your money out and count it all, and then that would go into your account, and your bank book would get stamped. Oh, it was a weekly thing. I can't even remember what day, but it was certainly in the 70s when I was at primary school. Whatever day it was, a Wednesday or a Thursday or something like that, you would come in, you'd have your 10 cents or your 20 cents, and that'd go into your bank account, and you'd be building it all up. Later on, they had the Dolomite accounts for kids. Dolomite go further in a Dolomite account. But yeah, most of the time, school kids had state bank accounts when we had a state bank. There you go. Old money box. Cool little find. Well, here's a bottle. Yeah, it's broken. Let's have a close look at it. A close look at it in the sun. T.O. Hunter Bendigo. But what's really cool, and can you see that? It's got like a greyhound. I'm trying to get it in the sun for you. A greyhound embossed on the bottle. I've got a small one of these actually. Yeah, so T.O. or T.D. Hunter. Yeah, that greyhound, that's pretty cool. But Bendigo, there you go. But yes, very much a shame that it's broken. But yeah, great little find right beside, the tally. When tallies used to be that big and thick. From down there was just a boot scrape. A little bit iffy. And you'll see the reason why in a minute. We got a little bit of iron there. Well, that's the reason. Yep. So, cool belt buckle. Nice looking belt buckle actually. One of my favourite designs. But it does have the steel pin. So yeah, steel pin in that, but a copper alloy buckle. Nothing wrong with that find, that's quite good. But yeah, so it gave me a sort of little bit of jumpy-ish signal both ways because it was non-ferrous and ferrous. So you really you do have to dig everything. But I'm liking that ferrous, non-ferrous indicator. But yeah, cool little find, very happy. Oh, come with me while we go for a walk through the 70s. Baby food. You used to have to pop the tops off these things. My favourite, apparently, was apples and custard. Things really haven't changed much since then. Australian glass manufacturers, there you go, AGM. So yeah, that, rusks. Ooh, did used to love me a good rusk. Now, what else did I see through here? We've got old King Browns that have been thrown out. So there they are. They're the old beer bottles with the crown seals on them. Carlton United Breweries. We've got a lot of tin. Now, somewhere around here, I did see me. Oh yes, there it is. Look at this. Young folk will laugh at this. Look at that. New 2 litres. Once upon a time you could only buy drink in 1 litre bottles, not 2. And here's another thing. Look at that. Tab. Oh, no sugar. Low calorie drink. Now that was in the 70s. That used to be a purple tin. It was... Oh, look at that. All the good stuff for you. Special dietary food. There was also another one called Tresca. That was low, bloody, fatty, carby things. Now there was also, I can remember going away one time on a holiday and drinking a lot of Tab and Tresca and came back very, very thin. Little bars. So we used to get these. I like this one. Bridal Veil Fall, Katoomba, New South Wales. So we used to have transfers of all favourite places around Australia. You'd buy a piece of something or other to tell everyone else that you'd been there, or someone would buy you one as a present. Unfortunately, this one looks like it's been broken and no longer fit for purpose. It's been thrown out on the tip. Oh, hang on, I've just spotted something else. Who's this one? Could read it better that way. Honey. Oh, it's a honey tin. I would have said that it was a kerosene tin, but there you go. Anyway, we can see honey written in reverse back there. Oh, look, and a spade. Oh, we're finding all the good stuff. Now that has had some work over the years. Oh, nearly looks like someone's tried to make a stealth spade out of that. Anyway, there is lots of stuff here. And we will keep going. Surely there's got to be a coin for us here somewhere. We'll keep going. I am very happy. I've been up and through there. I'm just slowly working my way back. I'm heading over to the ute, which is over behind those bushes there. And I'm just coming through this nice bare area. And, oh, there it is. And I got this signal. That one. Yeah, nothing. Bit janky, but yeah, it's there. So I've gone down for a little bit of a look with the pinpointer. And it's there. Okay. Well. Actually, pinpointer's all excited. Right. Look at that. Is that our threepence that we've been looking for? There it all is. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, no, no. It's all still good. What I might do is I'm going to take a photo of that and then we'll all come back and we'll dig it out together. How about that? All right, we're back. I've done me photo-y bit. What I'm going to do is not hit it with this, but I'm going to dig around it. In fact, I want to fracture the ground. Well, that's all right. Oh, you absolute mongrel. I thought it might not have been. Like, it makes riveting viewing. Bugger, I thought for all the world we were riding a threepence. Ha! Well, I was bound to find one of these buggers anyway, wasn't I? And we did, but yeah, that's pretty amazing. Bother. Coming along, I got, going through the bush. I've changed location. I'm heading into town towards lunch, but detecting along the way wire. I've got gal iron and there's tins and bloody everything. And down there I got a 3940, and it was that. Yeah, bit of aluminium. No, that is silver. If we get in the light, that I believe is silver. It just has that, it's thin silver, like you can bend it and that. But yeah, that's what I believe I've got. It's not a silver coin, but it is silver. But I don't think we'll do a sniff on it. I think we'll just keep it as that. Potentially, maybe pocket watch back that's been cut up and everything. Don't know. But yeah, I think that's what it is. A quick bath and electrolysis. Yeah, that'll tell us. Anyway, cool find. You can come home for the silver scrap pile. I'm looking at these lumps. There you go, there's some aqua glass in there. We have got some tin. Mish, there's some purple glass for you. Another little bit there as well. But, oh, actually, that's a piece of beveled glass. Yeah, in fact, that's an interesting piece because it's beveled on 3 sides. Oops. We can see there. That's pretty cool. What I was going to show you is I found my first intact cork stoppered bottle. There we go. It's probably an essence bottle, I would half imagine. Yeah, cork stopper nonetheless. Don't need one that size. I can leave it there. Well, I got a very, very insistent signal with the old 6-inch coil on the Nokta, and it was just down there. And from out of hole, I got that. Look at that little bit of diamond knurling. Oh yeah, there's a thread in there, and a bear as well. There we are. There's even a chamfery bit in there. I'm going to say those are off a set of dividers. Maybe Moran right, maybe Starrett. Who knows? But yeah, that's a cool little find. But that's not only what we found. Ho, 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 yes! There we are. Now, however you want to say that, Lorne, I don't know the brand. And I can tell you, that's a fuchsia looking colour, and no, that is not my colour. That's way too bold. But yeah, cool lippy tube nonetheless. But the other thing that came out was that. And that's what we call a vulcanised stopper. So once you got rid of the cod bottles with the marbles in, they started sort of using this. There was an internal thread inside the opening of the bottle, and you put that in. This one, I'm going to gauge, it is somewhere between 1939 and 1945. And you'll go, why do you think that, Coffee Bush kid? Well, when something tells you that it's war grade, I reckon that's what it would be. Now that is only a guess. I do not know. There will be many more out there way more knowledgeable than I. But that's just my guess. Educated or semi. Cool find though. Well, it is getting hot. This is my last location, right close to the edge of town. Someone's been in here digging. And there's multiples of these all through. There's not many steel signals or metal signals around, but sometimes there is. So whether that's a contradiction, I don't know. One I got down here is that. For those that don't know, that is the stopper out of a hot water bottle. Rubbery thing you'd fill with hot water to keep you warm at night when you didn't have a... oh, there's writing on there. When you didn't have a electric blanket. Now, where's this one made? I did see that. Don't know. I'm not even bothered going to clean it up. Eyelets Proprietary Limited. Anyway, that's that. But what I did just get was that. Oh, sunlight. Where is it? There we go. Was that? Now that's a cool little casting. Thread inside there. Something must have spun on there. Don't know what. Probably, I don't know. It looks like it was between two pieces of steel. A bit of threaded bar went in there. Could have been adjustable. Who knows? Yeah, nice little casting. You can see the joint line there. Yeah, cool little find. Alrighty folks, day's over. It is quite warm and I am quite over it. How did we go? Look, we went alright. You'd reckon we were metal detecting. We found stuff. I got a bloody rivet. I know that tricked me. What else did we get? We got some interesting byproducts. Well, actually, the war grade stopper was a ripper of a find in my mind. Got another lippy tube, but not my colour. You will not see me in fuchsia. Look, we had a good time testing the Legend. Nothing wrong with it. Do like me a 6-inch coil. I thought this last area where I'm in, I would have got something a bit better, but it nearly looks like someone else has beaten me to the punch. But anyway, bit of news. Life goes on. We drop one of these videos every Saturday night at 6:30 our time. Come on over and like, share, subscribe, comment, do all the things to make a channel grow. If you'd like to really support the channel, you could even become a member or wear some of the merch. Anyway, keep in mind, always good to fill in some of your day detecting, but remember to fill in all your holes when you're finished. And I'll catch you next time.